Working with spirit means that you have to be prepared for unexpected things to happen. And let me share you what just happened now when I connected to spirit. Welcome to another video of mine. My name is Aisha and I'm an Akashic Records reader, and I help Starseeds and Lightworkers step into their highest potential in their great mission here on Earth. And as every day, I'm always connecting with the ascended masters, with higher spirits, ancestors, galactic councils, and I call this collective energy spirit, right? Because they are so accessible and they help you move forward. Because as a human being, we don't always have like the complete view of our lives, of our potential. And we are also convinced that we are separate from God, from the God source, right? So oftentimes we think we're this little human, we're insignificant. However, that's not true at all. And Spirit is waiting patiently for you to finally embrace this thought and recognize yourself. And that's not about being like an egoistic person or find yourself better than others. But as soon as you recognize your full potential, doors magically shifts open, right? So that's why I'm very keen on doing this spiritual energetic work every day. And for me, going into meditation involves that as well. And as I was entering in meditation, I was thinking, okay, the main reason for my meditation right now today is because I want to connect with Joan of Arc. She's been stepping forward as an ascended master, as a teacher of mine very recently, and I was really surprised because I don't know anything about her except that she was from France and that she was very young when she became a general, and that she really had a lot of bravery. She was really not afraid to go out there and to go on dangerous routes and to be, as a woman, very proudly leading a lot of men, which was actually quite unusual for her time. And still today, of course, if a female leader would step up in the army, it's really unusual and amazing as well, I think. And what I came to know recently, that she is one of the, I would call her it like an energy. It's the same energy as the Christ consciousness or the Buddha consciousness, the Order of Melchizedek, the Brotherhood of Light. And this specific group or energy is called the Order of Magdalena, which a lot of well known figures are part of as well. I mean, yeah, of course, Yeshua, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and also Archangel Michael, and a lot more figures. We'll talk about this another time. So when I came to know that Joan of Arc is also part of this group, I was really surprised and instantly connected and resonated as well, because somehow in the back of my mind she was someone who was interesting and intriguing, and I always wanted to dive more into her. But well, there are a lot of interesting topics, so it was not really the time, I guess. So when I just went into meditation, I always invoke other spirits as well. So my team of light, my galactic council, my family of light, also very powerful animal spirits like golden dragons and white-winged unicorn, who is helping me to receive the messages even more clearly. And of course, archangels, and also the rhinoceros, who is very powerful in protecting negative portals to open. So he's guarding the portals. Well, there are a lot of spirits who are always present when I'm doing energy work, because even though there are a lot of angels, archangels, and entities guiding us, there are also a lot of negative energies. And I want to protect myself, my family members, my house, my cars. It's very important to do so, to invoke those higher beings as well. So as I was connecting to Joan of Arc, she told me to say the Lord's Prayer out loud. And I've had this a few times in the past as well, that Spirit was telling me it's good for you to do the Lord's Prayer right now. But she was so specific in how to do it. And she told me that I had to do it. Well, had to, have to, must. It sounds like she's ordering me something to do, then I have to obey her. But that's not true. She means it in the most loving way and also in the highest good of all. So when Spirit tells you to do something, you always feel directly right within your own system if it's benevolent, if it's good. But if you are entering higher spaces, like, for example, the Akashic Records or God Source or whatever, it's always the highest energy possible. And you know that whatever is coming through is of the highest order. And I came to recognize this a long time ago, because if you work with Spirit every single day, you know how it feels like, right? When you are connecting. And I'm very lucky, I must say, that I never encounter negative energies. So I'm really fortunate, and I'm really grateful for this. So to get back at the story, it's really a great story, because yeah, if you are open to receive, magical things will happen into your life. So this is another small example, maybe, however, with great consequences. So she told me to do the Lord's Prayer in my own native tongue, which is Dutch. I live in the Netherlands, Europe, and they have been made some changes. And she told me specifically to do this in the old way, as I learned it as a child within the Catholic Church. And even though it might seem insignificant and like, what does it matter what version I speak out loud? I know these things matter, right? So I thought I looked up a version which was close enough, because I really couldn't remember all the specific details and the specific sentences. So I thought I had the right version, but she said, no, you have to look it up even better, because this is not the right version for you right now to say out loud. So I looked it up on the internet, and I bumped into a version which to me seemed similar to the old version, the way I learned it. And she told me, yes, this is the version. Now say it out loud 3 times. And when I did, I was crying, and I was crying. Tears were rolling from my eyes. And I was like, what is happening? And of course, being emotional, whether it's aesthetic because you're so joyful, or whether you have to cry, or are you getting angry, it's a sign, right? It's a sign that you're hitting something. So I was crying, and I was saying this prayer out loud 3 times in my own Dutch language. And then I asked her, because as soon as I said it the third time, I saw a pouring cup into my system with golden lights, golden energies going directly from God source into my oversoul, my higher self, and into my human awareness. So it was like refilling my system again, because I felt a little bit empty, because I felt so much grief and sadness. And I asked Joan of Arc, do I have to forgive myself now this time? She said, no, it's not about that. And then suddenly it hit, because I'm claircognizance, right? So I receive data, downloads from above directly into my system, where I don't know where it's coming from, but that's what's happening when you're claircognizance. So then you know instantly that it's the right thing that you perceive. And then suddenly it hit me, and I cried even more, because you know what? Why she told me to read this Lord's Prayer out loud? That's because she said, you used to grow up that God's source is somehow this male figure, which is the way we brought up, right? Right? Within at least my religion. And she said, now is the time to recognize God's source as the Sofia, which is a feminine stream. And while I'm adapting to transferring from the male to the female version, I will learn that it's neither one of both. It's neither man, it's neither female, it's the all, which is God's source. So the tears were coming from like sort of saying goodbye to my old beliefs and going into my new beliefs. Now, isn't this profound? I mean, I haven't even come to why I was connecting to Joan of Arc just now, because I wanted to dive into my initiation. It's all channeled. I'm not making it up. She is telling me what my clients, my star seeds and light workers need within this initiation. So that's why I channel her messages to teach what is necessary to teach. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not even to this part yet, but this really had to happen first. It's not only my clients' beliefs that had to shift, but also my own. Isn't this amazing? So I was really surprised and I was really happy as well because I think it's a really great gift that she gave me this morning. So that being said, I'm about to dive in again and connect with her again because these 5 words, they are also engraved into these lovely bracelet that I purchased from Kaira Jewelry, which is all about sobriety, willingness, strength, courage, and faith. These are the 5 words that Joan of Arc is really emphasizing into her energy and also within these 6 weeks initiation with her. And you really have to feel within your heart if it's now your time to step forward as a leader and as a leader into your own life, your personal life, and also into your business life. Because if you want to be a spiritual leader, if you are dreaming of opening your cosmic spiritual business, whether it's within your own community or online, or you are a retreat organizer, whatever you want to do to bring people into their hearts and to lead with um, divinity, you have to believe and step into your own divinity first, right? So you are really very welcome to take part in this 6 week Joan of Arc initiation. You have until just a few days until May 24th to get a discount by using the code early555 when you enroll, and it's going to be so amazing. And moments like this will happen if you enroll because she is such a powerful ascended master and she is fearless. She is so brave and she is really there to not push away the male energy and the masculinity, but also to embrace it within ourselves. Because we as women are nowhere if we don't accept and embrace our masculine energy as well. And it's not about the female energy to override the masculine energy. It's not about that. It's about embracing both, first of all, within our own system, and then also within the world. And it's with a reason that the female stream is stepping forward now so strongly. It's because also men have to embrace their femininity within themselves and to embrace as a species the softness and the lovingness that women are well known for. And it's not about being um, masculine or about being feminine. It's about embracing both. But to move forward as a species, we have to first now embrace the female aspects, and then we can embrace the aspects as a whole. That's my understanding, my belief. So if you are a starseed or a light worker, or you don't even use those words, it doesn't matter. Please enroll if you find this very helpful for you. We're going to dive for 6 weeks into masterclasses and live Q&As. There's also a replay you can use like eternity, for eternity. And I hope to see you inside. If you have any questions about what's to come or what you can expect, well, there's a certain level I can tell you and explain, because there are also parts what I don't know yet, what's about to come. So I leave it up to Joan of Arc and her lovely team of Ascended Masters as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to subscribe on my channel, I would be so grateful, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.